if you visit China, you spend 1 week in China, you write a book. If you spend a month in China, you write a report. If you spend more time in China, you don't write anything because there are so many things to write about. There are so many things that you can really look into when you are understanding China. My name is Vinicius De Freitas. I am from Brazil. I'm a visiting professor at China Foreign Affairs University, and I've been in China since the year 2018, and I really enjoy every day that I spend here in China. There are not many civilizations in the world that are as old as China, but none of them have managed to transform in themselves the way that China has done over the last few years. I can start telling you that my history with China started when I was supervising students in Brazil, and I was surprised that China had become Brazil's #1 trading partner. So I started pushing them to look into China and see how things were happening here. Then I came over to China upon invitation of the university, and I teach students contemporary challenges or issues in global affairs, which is a discussion of what is going on around the world on a daily basis so that the students get an understanding. Many of them are going to be diplomats, so I want them to have a first-hand experience on the issues of the day, on how they can read things that otherwise they would not get from a normal reading of the newspaper. And also I think that this perspective of having a multilateral approach to things, of looking into the world with a multilateral perspective is much better than having a unipolar perspective or a bipolar perspective. Why do I say this? That's the first question I ask my friends when they start talking about China and the United States and all that. I said, how many wars has China started over the last 500 years that you know about? And how many wars has the West started and we have had over the last 500 years or 50 years or 100 years? So that commitment to peace and harmony that you have is something that somehow needs to be reflected, and I think will create a global order that's more stable. Because nowadays we have so many alliances, we have wars and proxy wars and all that, and I don't think it's a good thing for the world. Global governance reflects a world as it was in 1945. So I think the global governance needs to change, and one of the reasons is that the world has changed. Global governance needs to change to reflect the diversity of the world and this fact that we have this shared community and we try to have shared values. So I think the more people we have at the table, the better it is. It takes a longer period for us to find consensus. But I think that it's always better to have more people discussing the problems on the table than just having one or two making the decisions everyone else has to follow. I am Marcus, and I am in China.